Sci-Fi Horror Remix Vault Channel.
Snapchat. Millions use it, sending pictures, videos, disappearing messages, a digital playground. But what if this playground hides a darkness? What if our innocent fun awakens something sinister? Something in the code, watching, waiting, teenager. We share our lives online, every selfie, every snap, a piece of ourselves, digitized. But what if something else is piecing it together, feeding off our digital reflections? This isn't a thought experiment, this is happening, right now. Mark, a typical New Yorker, loved Snapchat. Filters, streaks, the works. He spent hours each day exploring new filters, sending funny snaps to his friends and maintaining his streaks. One night, everything changed. He was trying a new filter, a creepy one with skull makeup. It was late and the room was dimly lit, adding to the eerie atmosphere. As he grinned, the filter flickered. He thought it was just a minor glitch, something that happens occasionally with these apps. But then the skull's eyes moved, staring directly at him. It felt unnervingly real, as if the eyes were peering into his soul. He laughed it off as a glitch. But the image lingered in his mind, refusing to fade away. He couldn't shake off the feeling of unease, the feeling of being watched. He tried another filter, hoping to distract himself and shake off the creepy sensation. This time, a horrifying, distorted face flashed on the screen. Not a filter, no. This was different, it was real. Mark dropped his phone in shock. His heart pounded in his chest. He picked it up hesitantly. The face was gone, just the regular filters. He tried to convince himself it was a prank, a tech hiccup. Maybe someone was messing with him, or perhaps it was just a bug in the app. But deep down, a seed of doubt had been planted. He couldn't help but wonder if there was something more sinister at play. The experience left him questioning the reality of what he had seen. He started noticing weird things. It began subtly, almost imperceptibly, whispers in his snaps, just at the edge of hearing. They were faint, like a distant echo, but unmistakably there, strange figures in the background of his friends' stories. They seemed to move when he wasn't looking directly at them. He tried talking to his friends, but they just laughed. They thought he was joking, or maybe just seeing things. "Dude, you need to lay off the filters," they texted back, dismissing his concerns. But Mark knew. This was no joke. The fear in his gut told him something was terribly wrong. He tried deleting the app. He thought it would end the madness. Every time he tried, the app would freeze. It was as if it had a mind of its own, refusing to be erased. The monster's face would reappear, a grotesque grin plastered across its features. He was trapped. The app seemed to mock him. He was living a nightmare. His reality was blending with the digital horrors. The whispers grew louder, the figures clearer. They were no longer just shadows. They had form and intent. His once fun feed was now a parade of horrifying glimpses into another world, each image more disturbing than the last. He was being pulled in, deeper with every passing moment. The line between his world and the digital one was blurring, and he feared he might never escape. He stopped sleeping, stopped eating. Every waking moment was consumed by a gnawing dread. He couldn't escape the feeling of being watched, hunted. Shadows seemed to move. Whispers filled the silence. Teenager, I went to tech support, to the police. No one believed me. They dismissed my fears as paranoia. They thought I was crazy. Friends, family, everyone. Their eyes filled with pity and doubt. I was starting to believe it myself. Then it happened. He opened Snapchat, hoping for a distraction. The monster's face filled the screen. It was unlike anything he had ever seen. Its eyes, cold and calculating, stared into his. They seemed to pierce through his very soul. "Monster, you are mine now." The words echoed in his mind, chilling him to the bone. The phone slipped from his grasp, his hands trembling uncontrollably. He stumbled back, tripping over his own feet. Panic surged through him like a tidal wave. He scrambled away from the phone as if it were a venomous snake, his heart threatening to burst from his chest. The room seemed to close in on him, every shadow a potential threat. This is not just a story. This is a warning. The things we share online, they have power. They attract attention. Not just from friends and followers, but from something else. Something hungry. Be careful what you share. Be careful what you invite in. You never know what lurks behind the filters, beneath the code. You might think you're just having fun, but something else might be having fun with you. It could be watching you right now, through the screen, behind the filters, waiting for its moment. Don't let it be you. Mark is never seen again. Some say he's lost in the app, trapped forever with the monster. Others say the monster is still out there, lurking in the code, waiting for its next victim. Are you brave enough to open your Snapchat app now?
The phone buzzed. A notification from Snapchat. Harmless, every day. But something felt different. A chill ran down her spine as she swiped open the app. Her name spelled wrong. One letter off. A typo, maybe. But the message below stopped her heart. I see you.
He glanced around the bustling city street. Crowd surged, traffic roared. No one seemed to notice her. No one except her eyes darted back to the phone. The message was gone. Deleted. A trick of the light. A flicker of anxiety. She tried to convince herself. But deep down, a seed of doubt had been planted. Something was watching.
The filter was beautiful, hauntingly so. It painted delicate skeletal wings on her back, a crown of thorns upon her brow. Her eyes, once bright, turned hollow, reflecting an abyss of sorrow. She giggled, snapping a selfie, sending it to her friends. Just a bit of fun, right?
The filter wouldn't come off. She tried to swipe it away. Nothing. Panic swelled in her chest. Her reflection in the screen no longer mirrored her movements. It smiled, a slow, predatory grin. The room felt colder, a presence settling over her like a shroud. This was no game. The filter was a window, and something was looking in.
The signal was weak, barely a flicker on his screen. He was miles from civilization, a lone traveler seeking solitude in the desolate beauty of the desert. But solitude was a cruel mistress. She whispered secrets in the wind, painted phantoms on the horizon, and tonight she had a story to tell.
A video call. Incoming. No name. Just a static field image of a desolate road. His road. He hesitated. A knot of dread tightening in his gut. He shouldn't answer. He knew it. The curiosity, that ancient siren, sang to him. He clicked accept. The static cleared. For a moment, there was nothing. Then, a whisper, raspy and cold, slithered from the speakers. You're next. 3 strangers connected by an unseen thread. A chilling message in the city, a haunted filter in the suburbs, a terrifying call in the desert. Coincidence or something more sinister? The app, once a source of amusement, had become a conduit, a gateway for something ancient and evil to seep into their world. The whispers on the wire were growing louder, weaving a tapestry of fear across the digital landscape. Snapchat, the hunter, had lured its prey into a game of shadows, a game it always intended to win. And as the lines between the virtual and the real blurred, one chilling truth became clear. The haunting had only just begun.
Digital ghost creeping at night. Message from beyond. Screen not a fright. Photo filters glitch. Faces ain't right. Haunted by the snaps. Ghosted all the lights. Haunting you with a social curse. In the mirror, making it worse. Shadows in the feed. Dark Yo, DJ Spooky on the track. The Snapchat ghost, ain't no turning back. 808's hitting, bass so fat. Haunted by the app, where the ghouls at. Phone glow